Hello friends, welcome back to your English class. Today we will learn the skill of note making. This will be helpful in making your own notes in any subject of any given topic so that you may revise the whole chapter or the whole syllabus in a very short period of time, just in one go. For class 11th and plus 2, the question of note making will be of 4 marks in the annual examination. As per the latest CBSE curriculum, CBSE syllabus, we will learn how to make the notes of given passage. The question is actually based on a comprehension which is given in the question paper, and you are asked to prepare notes of that passage. This is the question which appeared in CBSE AISSCE examination 2020 in English core question paper. This was the comprehension given and 2 questions were asked. The first was, on the basis of your reading of the above passage, make notes on it using heading and subheadings. Use recognizable abbreviations, minimum 4 abbreviations you are to use, and a format you consider suitable. Supply a suitable title to it. This was the question. And the second one was, make a summary of the above passage in about 80 words. The passage asked in the question will be of 300 to 500 words. 300 to 500 words, and you will be asked to make notes, and in question 2b you are to prepare summary. Each question will be of 4 marks. Today we will learn only note making. In class 11th textbook Hornbill, you can see that there is a special section of how to make notes. Note making section is there. I have taken this material from the NCERT textbook Hornbill, class 11th. We will discuss it. Note making is an important study skill. It also helps us at work. We need to draw the main points of the material we read, as it is difficult to remember large chunks of information. Let us begin with an example. So basically it is to summarize the whole passage in points so that we may remember the gist of the passage in points. This is an example given in the book. You can see that this is about pheasants, a species of birds. Pheasants are shy, charming birds. This is in 4 paras. We will study the notes of this passage as well. For example, to learn how to make good notes, there are certain steps which are mentioned in the book. Step number 1 is, first we are to read the passage and underline the important facts and information. Second step, that is, read the passage again, second reading of the passage, and ask the questions. These questions asked here or framed here are based on the comprehension which is under our study, which is given in the book. But for the examination purpose, there will be a different kind of passage, and you will have to prepare your own questions, own queries, so that you may be able to make your own notes. The answers to those questions will be your notes. Here the passage is about pheasants. This will be our title. Where found, its origin, its time, which group of birds, how many species are there, and what is the source of information, and what is the purpose of this source. That is basically the passage about. But for the CBSE examination point of view, we should learn that how to prepare our own questions and our own notes. The step number 3 is, we are to find the answers to these questions which we have framed from the first reading. So these are the answers. Pheasants are shy birds with bright plumage found largely in Asia, especially in India. We will study the passage and we will know that all these questions will come across. So point number 3, step number 3 is we are to find out the answers to the questions which we have framed from the first reading of the passage. Then important point is that we can join the facts as well. 2 or 3 related ideas can be combined together into one point using colons and long dash. There are 2 colon signs. One is colon sign and second one is semicolon. And long dash, you know, this is long dash. You can use these kind of symbols to combine facts in your notes. Point number 4 is, step number 4 is, now go over the facts and number them. And lastly, finally we go over the facts and number them again. Numbering is very important because 2 steps are given for numbering only. In practical, we will see that there are 2 different kind of numbering which is mentioned in the book as well. This is the first kind of numbering for our main point, sub point and sub point. For main point we will use number 1, 2, 3 etc. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for sub points we will use Roman letters, small Roman letters as our numbers. And for subsections we will use A, B, C as a numbering, like this. Like this is the main point, and to explain this main point you are to give here 3 or 4 or 5 sub points. So we will give them numbering in Roman letters, small Roman letters. Then suppose this third point is to be explained further, so we will give them numbering as A, B, C. This kind of number system is to be followed. This is one kind of number system. Another system is if we use 1, 2, 3 as our number for the main points, and 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3 and 3.1, 3.2, 3.3 as numbers to the subsections. And for subsections we can further give numbering 1.1.1, 2.1.1 like that. You will see in the note making, in the example, that it is quite easy. When you will prepare the notes, it will be easy to learn. But I suggest you to follow one kind of numbering while practice, because you will be perfect in the same kind of number system and you will not make mistake in the examination. So try to follow only one kind of number system in practice. Another important aspect of note making is use of abbreviations. Abbreviations and symbols are freely used. Articles, prepositions and conjunctions are omitted. All such things are to be omitted. They are of no use for us. 1 mark is dedicated to abbreviation. 4 abbreviations minimum. So what the abbreviations are, we should study. First, there are symbols. Symbols, there are 2 kinds of symbols: mathematical symbols, universal symbols. Universal means which we use universally. For example, that is, IE for that is, 1000 number for a word, and percentage. All these are universal symbols. And mathematical symbols are less than, equal, at the rate, greater than, slash for or. All these are symbols. So what are abbreviations now? Abbreviations could be acronym, contractions or shortened form of words. 3 kind of abbreviations could be there. Acronyms. What is acronym? Acronyms are formed by initial capital letters of the phrase. Suppose this phrase is given in the passage, United States of America, and for so many times you are to repeat the phrase in your notes. You will not repeat this long phrase. You will use this acronym U, U for United, S for State, and A for America, USA. PM for Prime Minister, WHO, UK. All these acronyms are formed by taking initial capital letters of a phrase. So what are contractions now? Contractions are formed by taking first few letters of a long word, like LAB. LAB for laboratory, LIB for library, limited, university, signature, science, and the first three letters of every month, Jan, Feb, to denote the name of the months. Shortened form of the words which are commonly used, like DR for doctor, MR for Mr., MS for Miss, government, year, department, retired, colonel, company, information. All such are shortened form of words. The last and most important point which is to be kept in mind while making notes, this I want to highlight here, is that notes must make sense. If your notes are of no sense, they are not giving any meaning, they are useless when they are read again, otherwise they will be of no use. So your notes must be meaningful. You should not make meaningless notes. So in practical, what we are to do, that a comprehension will be given. We are to read the comprehension first and find the title. Second point, we are to find the main points. Then you are to read the passage and underline the sub points which are related with these main points. Sub points which are related with these main points. Suppose the main point is given and you have extracted this main point on the left side of the passage, on the margin or on the right side, and you have also underlined the sub points which will be used to explain this main point. And then fourth point is, we are to make at least 4 abbreviations. This will be enough for making a good note, and we will see that these only 4 points will be sufficient for us to score 4 marks in our CBSE examination. Now we will study the given passage and we will make notes of the passage. Pheasants are shy, charming birds. First step is, we are to read the passage and we are to underline the main points, sub points and sub points. Only words and phrases are to be underlined, not the whole sentences. We are not to copy the whole sentences from the given passage, because whole sentences are not at all considered as notes by CBSE. We will discuss the marking scheme of the CBSE as well. In the marking scheme, it is clearly mentioned that whole sentences will not be accepted as notes. So read the passage. Pheasants are shy, charming birds, known for their brilliant plumage. These beautiful birds occupy an important niche in nature's scheme of things. This is the repetition of the same fact that these are charming birds. Of the 900 bird species and 155 families, the pheasants belong to the order Galliformes and family Phascidae. The Galliformes are known as game birds, and this includes pheasants, partridge, quails, grouse, francolins, turkeys and megapods. All such birds are included in it. This first para is about the introduction of pheasant and its classification. These two points have been discussed here in this para number 1 of our passage. So this will be our point number 1, main point number 1. Okay, we will note down the main point on the left or right side margin of our passage in the question paper. Then there are 51 species of pheasants in the world, and these are shown in the identification chart brought out by the Environment Society of India, ESI. The purpose of this chart is to create awareness among members of the school eco clubs under the National Green Corps of the Ministry of Environment and Forests, Government of India. This section, this para is about the species of pheasants. Species. So this is all about species of pheasants. This will be our second main point. We will give them numbering afterwards. Except for Congo peafowl, all the other pheasants are from Asia. Scientists believe that all pheasants originated from the Himalayas and then scattered into Tibet, China, Myanmar, South and Southeast Asian countries, as well as the Caucasus Mountains. The jungle fowl and the peafowl spread to South India and Sri Lanka long before the early settlers established themselves in the Indo-Gangetic plain. About one third of all the pheasants in the world are found in India. The male blue peafowl, the peacock, is the best known member of the pheasant family and is India's national bird. It occupies a prominent place in India's art, culture and folklore. These two paras are based on the discussion on origin and their habitat. Origin and their habitat of pheasants. So ultimately we have extracted 3 main points. Point number 1 is introduction and classification of pheasants. Point number 2 is about species, and point number 3 is origin and habitat. So these 3 points are there with us. Now what we are to do is give them numbering. This is not number. Now we are to give them proper numbering. Here this passage itself is giving its number. This is first point according to our notes, that we are to introduce this point as our point number 1. Then we are to mention the species. This will be our point number 2. And lastly we will discuss origin and habitat, point number 3. So this passage is in sequence already. We need not to change the sequence, but in the examination you will have to give them proper numbering. Suppose the first para, the introduction para, the main point which you want to discuss in the initial is coming at the last. So you will have to change the number. The main point number 1 should be given to the initial point you are to discuss. Now let us see how to arrange all these ideas in your notes. This is a sample answer I have prepared for you people. This is the point number 1, main point number 1, classification and introduction. Now we are to put the sub points for its clarification. We will use numbering. Second kind of numbering we will use. 1.1 sub point is shy charming bird with brilliant plumage. Its classification is, its order Galliformes, family Phasinidae. And again this point number 1.2 needs to be explained further, so we will use sub point number 1.2. This is 1.2, and again we are to explain it, so we will use point number 1.2.1. These galliformes are known as game birds. This will be our style of expression in the note form. Second main point was species, 51 species in the world, and ID chart by ESI. For what purpose this ID chart is? ID means identification chart. I have used here one more abbreviation. First abbreviation was intro. Intro means introduction. And second one is ID. ID for identification. For creating awareness among members of SEC, School Eco Club, under NGC, National Green Corps. And third point is habitat and origin. Habitat is Asia, and they originated from Himalayas. About one third of all found in India. And blue peafowl, that is peacock, is the member of a pheasant family. This is all about the notes of this passage. Now we will discuss the abbreviations which we have used in the passage. Let us discuss the abbreviations which are used in between the notes. First is intro. Intro is for introduction. Then the semicolon, dash is used to join the facts. Then comes ID. ID is for identification. SEC, NGC, these two are the abbreviations. Then comes one more symbol, and 1/3, the numeric representation of 1/3. And lastly, IE. IE is for that is. All these abbreviations are used in between the notes. At the end of the notes, after mentioning all the main points and for their clarification, subpoints and subpoints, we will discuss the abbreviations. Intro is for introduction, ID for identification, SEC, School Eco Clubs, NGC for National Green Corps, and sign for and IE means that is. So in this fashion you will see that this will be your final notes, final answer. First you are to mention the title, then you are to write here the word notes, and after that you are to discuss each and every main point using the sub points which you have underlined from the passage. Sub points and sub points will be used to discuss the main points. These main points should not exceed the limit, because there is a word limit fixed for note making also. The question is of 4 marks only, so we should not exceed this number of main points to 4 or 5. Maximum 4 or 5 points should be there. Try to minimize the points, try to join them and make 4 or 5 points minimum, or maximum, you can say. Maximum 5 points should be there, because question is of only 4 marks. If you are making more than 5 points, it will take more time in the examination, and surely you will leave some other part of your paper and you will have to sacrifice some of your marks. So do not go beyond this limit of 4 to 5 main points. And even to explain these 4 to 5 main points, you are supposed to make only 3 or 4 sub points. So I will suggest you finally that please try to make 3-4 main points and 3-4 sub points for each main point. This will be our final draft, so as to score total 4 marks out of 4 in the examination. After discussion of all these main points, finally you will discuss the list of abbreviation which you have used in between the notes. This will be the perfect answer. Some do's and don'ts for note making should be discussed here. First do's and don't is don't copy whole sentences. This is the most important point. You should not copy the whole sentences because whole sentences will not be accepted as notes. Use colon and long dashes as I have used in the sample answer. Make maximum 4 to 5 main points. Maximum 4 main points, 4 or 5 main points. 4 or 5 abbreviations will be used, 4 or 5 will be sufficient. 3 to 4 sub points only for each main point. 3 for sub point. This is very essential. So you may not exceed the word limit. And then at the last, take care of the marking scheme. What is the marking scheme? Marking scheme is 1 mark is for this title. For this title you will get 1 mark. Then for making notes up to this point you will get 2 marks if you have taken care all the points, if you have not copied the whole sentences, if you have made sufficient number of points, sub points and sub points to explain them, you will get 2 marks. And abbreviations are of 1 mark. If you have mentioned this table, this kind of table at the end of your notes, and you have discussed, you have used those abbreviations in the notes as well, then you will get 1 mark for abbreviation. So ultimately 1 mark is for title, 1 mark is for title, 2 marks for content, and 1 mark is for abbreviations. This is the marking scheme. So try to grasp all these points. This is all about note making skill. I hope that you have got a comprehensive idea how to make good notes of any given passage. This will be quite helpful for you to make your own notes, because if you are making your own notes, that will be very easy for you to revise at the words of examination, at the time of examination. Otherwise you will have to face difficulty in revising the notes of somebody else. It is very difficult to revise others' notes. So I suggest you to make your own notes and revise the syllabus as per the curriculum. This is all about note making skill. Thank you very much. In the other video, in next video, we will discuss some comprehension passages of note making which have appeared in the previous year's CBSE question papers, so as to revise our learning and make it perfect. For more details you can visit my blog as well. There you will find the solutions of previous year's questions of note making. Thank you very much. Thanks for being with me. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.